What in the chat if since COVID, you've done a lot of pickup for your groceries, where you don't actually go into the store, but you, at least during COVID, you did pick up where you mark the items on the app and then you pull up into the parking spot and the grocery attendant comes out and puts it into your thing. 2, I do delivery. You're just as lazy and it costs more. But we do a lot of pickup. You pull up into the, you order all the stuff online. They tell you when it's ready. Then you go into the grocery spot. 2, groceries are already expensive. I don't think you understand what pickup is. So it costs no more to do pickup. If you get $35 or more, it's always free. Most grocery stores that I've seen, it's like that at Whole Foods, it's like that at Safeway, like that at King Soopers, Walmart, like that at Target. One, they were always free during COVID, and now post-COVID, it's like $5 unless you go over $35 or so. Then it's completely free and the goods don't cost anymore. So the main caveat is that they will oftentimes get things wrong, and then you end up having to go into the store anyways. The main reason why August and I decided to stick with it after COVID is because 1, laziness. 2, she's the one that goes in to do the grocery shopping because she only works a part-time job and then she is a part-time trad wife. She has more time to do the groceries and she doesn't like going into stores and interacting with people. So instead, she opts for the time and convenience. And the third one is the fact that it helps with not making impulse purchases on things that you don't need or bad food. It helps with you not going in being like, ooh, those cookies look really good. Let me get 24 chocolate chip cookies. So we've been doing pickup for a while. And ever since we moved to Colorado, we found a grocery store that we really like to go to. It's like in the middle of a neighborhood. It's really small. It is like one of the bigger chains. I'm not gonna say which one. So it has everything that we ever need, but it's a smaller version of it. There's usually not that many people there. And so when she does drive up, there's this same dude that has been doing drive up since we've moved here 2 years ago. This guy's great. He's nice. He's cool. He doesn't talk to me. He doesn't really talk to us at all, except every single time that August goes by herself, she'll come home and say, yo, he talked to me again. He like stayed out for like 5 minutes and had a conversation with me. I think that he might be flirting with me. I'm like, that's funny. That's cool. Okay, that's fine. I've gone in place of her. It's on the same account, so it'll still say pickup order for August, and then it'll be me, right? She tells me that she's talked about me multiple times, you know, saying like, yeah, me and my partner are doing this. Yo, we're getting 3 cases of White Claw because me and my partner are having a party this weekend at our house. It's very clear that she has partners. She has me. She has fiancé. Okay. In the last month or so, August's shifts got changed around at work. So she was going to the grocery store on a different day, wasn't seeing him for about a month. Now her shifts got changed again, going to a grocery store on a different day. Again, he's now back. And so for the last couple of weeks that she's gone, she's getting talked to a lot more, to the point that he's staying outside as the manager of the deliveries. That's what he says. He says he's the manager of the pickup/delivery department. He's like 25-year-old kid. He stays out there for like 10, 15 minutes and talks to her. And she's like, oh, he seems chill. Let's recap. Remember what I said, chat? I'm not threatened by this guy. I'm not threatened by really anybody unless somebody has a weapon. She says that he seems cool and fine and whatever. That's cool. Yesterday, he said, and I quote, I know a really good coffee shop around here. Would you want to maybe go get some coffee sometime? And August was like a little weird, taken aback by it. Ended up that they exchanged Instagrams. She comes home. We're on a daily walk with the dog. And I'm like, bro, you gave him your number. You realize that? She's like, what? And I was like, I know that you're like the youngest Zoomer available, right? She's like 27. So she's like a very young Zoomer. But I was like, dude, giving somebody your Instagram, that's Zoomer giving number. Like that's what Zoomers, they give Instagrams instead of phone numbers because it's safer, right? It's because we don't use WhatsApp and shit here in America, so we give out Instagram. People just feel safer giving Instagrams or even Snapchats over giving their actual phone number. And then you transition to phone number after a certain amount of time. I was like, yeah, you give this guy your phone number. And we're like laughing about it, all this. She's like, no, like I think he might just want to be friends. Like I think he might be gay. Like I was looking at his Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, bro, he asked you on a solo coffee hangout. Somebody that just wants to be your friend says, yo, a bunch of friends and I are going to be going and doing this thing this weekend. You should come out. Or I have a girlfriend. I have a boyfriend. We should go on a double date with your fiance. So much though that she was so much in denial We end up calling our closest friends, Maddie and Jace, talk to them for like an hour. They're both vehemently on my side. They also think that he's a bit of a creeper and a homewrecker and all this shit. And they're like, you need to just like cut this guy out of your life. They end up going on this like down the road of like, even if he does want to be a friend, is he going to add anything to your life? I think it's all silly, but I just needed her to realize that she was puffing the copium. She ends up then texting her girls group, which is a bunch of girls that she works with, that she goes and gets her nails done once a month with and her coochie waxed. They're all telling her, dude, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. She's now finally come to the conclusion that men suck. She was in denial that she wanted this man specifically not to suck and that she should give up on all men for the rest of her life. So, Chad, I just want to let you know that I'm moving out of the house. I'm going to be moving once again. I'm going back to Colorado Springs. I actually never sold the house down there. I've been a landlord the entire time. I will be evicting the single mother that moved into that house. Just wanted to let you know there's going to be some changes here. But I am single. I am single now, so if that doesn't make my sub count go up, I don't know what will. I will take 5 gifted at this time. I think it's funny. I was rolling on the bed last night, laughing my ass off at every single time she go, no, but, and then like one of our friends on the phone would just be like, nah, you're dumb. No, and so like we did come up with the perfect thing to say. If for whatever reason, because like he is like very socially awkward, right? He's like super socially awkward kid. Again, 25, but either way, super socially awkward kid. There's like a 5% chance that he isn't in for those intentions, right? And in that way, the easiest thing to do is for her to just respond with, oh, I think you got the wrong idea. I'm engaged. And that either sets the precedent of f off, or then he can retort with, bro, I'm gay. What the hell? But judging by his Instagram, he loves cars and sports and wearing skinny jeans. It's just not gay behavior. Listen, we got to stereotype a little bit when all we get is pictures. Skinny jeans aren't gay. Not in the context of being like a punk skater. Like he's like a punk skater boy. Maybe he's bi. Could be. Don't need to analyze him. But I wanted to tell you the story because I think it's fucking hilarious. I have 3 now 2 gay uncles, and they like sports and classic cars. Fair, but they're the exception. Listen, if you're gonna be looking at somebody online, you stereotype. Like you're looking at somebody online, all you're getting is pictures in the interactions that you had with them. He comes off as a very straight guy that is asking you on a coffee date. I'm super autistic. Can I get a serious or J on the single thing? No, it's not serious. There's nothing that's breaking up August and I unless somebody actually does something disgusting. And I don't think that either of us have that in us. Innocent until proven guilty. Motherfuckers on the internet want to say that until you're proven guilty that you're innocent. This isn't a court, dude. Motherfucker, you've probably texted somebody at some point in your life, asked them out, and then they go, no. And then you go, yeah, I was just kidding. Are they supposed to believe that you were just kidding because they can't prove that you're guilty of asking them on a date? Huh? I was trying to figure out yesterday how many people actually get away with murder. Yes, people get away with that. It's a lot. It's a statistic that will surprise you of how many people get away with murder. I served jury duty and let a guy off because the prosecutors were annoying. Exactly. He's an arsonist on a noble quest to escape the wrath of the IRS. He's got conflicting positions in the endless fight for queer folks, animal intelligence.